Good afternoon, softball fans. Welcome to the Victoria Youth Sports Complex. Senior day today for the UHV Jaguars, getting ready to take on Xavier University. Swept Louisiana Christian yesterday, 3-0, 3-2. So trying to make it a perfect weekend if we can. And a beautiful sunny afternoon here in Victoria. High today pushing 90 degrees, a little bit of a breeze blowing out towards left center field, but we'll see if that plays a factor. But it should be a nice afternoon for softball here at the Victoria Youth Sports Complex. All-time Jags 5-1 against Xavier. Jags now 21-19 and 13-9 in conference play. The Gold Nuggets are 14-16 and 10-14 overall as well, right in the mix of the conference tournament standings and qualifications. Jags have already booked a ticket to the conference tournament.
Today being senior day, the UHV softball team would like to recognize Xavier's senior for their hard work this season and throughout their careers.
JC Boleyn is 4 for 5 yesterday with 2 doubles and her first career triple. In that sweep of LCU, getting some production at the bottom of the order. The seniors recognized today will be Claire Blinka, Kenzie Chambers, Allison Snedeker, JC Boleyn, Celeste Lara, Hope Quinones, Jordan Jones, Alexi Wade, and Vijay Zamora, and they'll be recognized after the end of today's doubleheader. Kenzie Chambers not playing, hurt her ankle, and is in a bit of a walking boot and trying to get back. She is the career leader in stolen bases, so the Jags missing a little bit of speed on the base pass thanks to her 42 stolen bases this year, which ranks 4th in the NAIA. The team is 106 stolen bases, and that's good for 8th overall. Starting lineups today for the Gold Nuggets. Aaron Dale will play first base and lead off. Madison Winston playing center, bats second. Batting third, the left fielder Maya Covington. Batting fourth, shortstop Amaya Williams. Batting fifth, designated player Michaela Mendina. Batting sixth, second baseman Destiny Levine. Batting seventh, the catcher Sequoia Lewis. In the 8th spot is third base Aliyah Brown. And batting ninth, the right fielder Kira Evans. Starting pitcher Jada Martin. Martin coming in with an 0-1 record, 6.75 ERA, making her second start of the year and her 6th appearance. She's only thrown 9 1/3 innings and given up 17 hits and 13 runs in those 9 1/3. 9 of those runs are earned. She struck out 7 and walked 3 opponents, hitting .395 off her. That's a good omen for the UHV Jaguars. Leading off for the Jags today and playing first base is Claire Blinka. Left fielder Alyssa Carter will bat in the number 2 spot. Allison Snedeker plays short and bats third. Deandra Maldonado will be the designated player batting in the cleanup spot. Daisy Fuentes bats 5th and plays second base. The catcher Sarah Cortez will bat in the number 6 spot, batting 7th. The right fielder Sienna Miller. Batting 8th, third base Jasmine Canales, and the center fielder is in the 9 spot JC Boleyn, who, as I mentioned yesterday, went 4 for 5 in her first double of her career at UHV. Claire Blinka on the verge of making history at UHV. She's one multi-hit game away from breaking Ashley Weingart's record of 53 multi-hit games in a career. She tied the record in Game 2 of yesterday's doubleheader against Louisiana Christian. She went 2 for 4 in that 3-2 win over LCU yesterday. Starting lineups have been announced here at the Youth Sports Complex. We'll pause for the national anthem. Michaela Mandina, the DP, now will be pitching for Xavier University. Michaela 0-2, making her second start, 15.00 ERA. She's only worked 4 2/3 of an inning. Has given up 10 earned runs, 12 runs overall. Has struck out 1 and walked 5 in that time, and opponents in that limited time hitting .548 off of her. On the mound or in the circle for UHV, Hope Quinones. Hope making her 16th start, 7-8 record, and a 4.80 ERA. Defensively for the Jags, Blinka at first, Fuentes at second, Snedeker at short, Canales at third. In the outfield from left to right, it's Carter, Bolin, and Miller. Cortez behind the plate, catching the pitches from Quinones. And we're set to get underway here at the Victoria Youth Sports Complex. Aaron Dale leading things off for the Gold Nuggets. And starting off, missing outside is Hope. Dale batting .345. That's third on the team. Second on the team in home runs. And 16 RBIs, is also ranked second on the team. She has 2 home runs on the season, 1 behind the leader. Shea Angel. Going the other way off the end of the bat on a 1-1 pitch is Dale, and she has a leadoff single to start things off here in game 1 of this doubleheader. Center fielder Madison Winston up next. .370 batting average, that's second on the team. 25 percentage points higher than Dale, who just raised it a little bit. Quinones wheels. There's a bunt in the air. Quinones diving to make the catch, throw to first, not in time to get Dale, who gets back safely, but 1 gone on a failed bunt attempt by Winston. Left fielder Maya Covington to the plate. Production drops off after the first couple of batters. Covington hitting just .288, which isn't bad, but almost 100 points lower than the last batter. There's a bunt, and it's going to be an infield single. Coming down was Canales, but she couldn't quite get there. And with runners at first and second and 1 out, Amaya Williams comes up, hitting just .175. .10 for 57, 4 doubles, a triple, 7 RBIs. Chance here with a runner in scoring position to try to add that total, and Quinones misses ball 1. Here's the 1-0 from Hope. Right on the inside corner, nice pitch. Williams thought it was going to be a ball, decided not to swing, taking it, and it catches the inside part of the plate for the first strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count, 1 out. No score. Top of the first inning. Couple of hits for the Gold Nuggets. And the exact same location, and Williams taking it again for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Completely baffled by that pitch on the inside corner. Here's the 1-2. See if she comes back there again. No, she tries to go outside this time and up in the strike zone, and getting a piece of it is Williams to stay alive, fouling it off. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Jags have won 5 in a row against Xavier University. There's a ball hit the other way into right field. This one getting down the line, but foul territory in shallow right, so it's still a ball and 2 strikes on Amaya Williams. Michaela Mandina on deck for Xavier. Threatening to get out to an early lead. Runners at first and second. One gone here in the first. And Quinones delivers high, ball 2. Senior day for the Jags today. Lots of seniors to be recognized at the end of the doubleheader. There's the 2-2 from Hope, who's one of those seniors, grad student. And Williams pulls that pitch foul down the third base line. Then the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jags yesterday had their annual international festival going on in the Horseshoe in front of the center building last night. Very, very good and well-attended event. Had a chance to meet a lot of folks from the community, and so a lot of our students there. A lot of different countries represented at UHV, and got a chance to sample their cultures and food. Quinones tried to get Williams to chase a pitch outside. 3-2 as the pitch missed, and Williams wasn't chasing. Popped up behind home plate, and it'll get just out of the way and over the backstop here on the championship field. Count remains full. Runners at first and second. Dale with a leadoff single, standing at second. Covington, who had a bunt single to move her over. There's a ball hit in the left center field. That one could be trouble. The wind helping push that one to the warning track. Carter gets over there. One run comes in. Rounding third is Covington, and she scores. It's 2-0. 2-run double for Williams. Her 5th double of the season. And what might have been a fly ball out, the wind helped push to almost to the fence. And 2 runs come in for Williams. Michaela Mendina, the batter, and she starts off with a strike, and now Quinones miss a low ball 1. Mendina batting .286. Limited action, 6 for 21. No doubles, no triples, no RBIs, and no home runs, obviously. Here's the 2-1 from Hope, right on the outside corner, swinging and missing. There's Mandina, and the count evens up 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, runner at second. Amalia Williams standing there after that 2-run double to get the Golden Nuggets on the board to an early lead here in the first inning. 2-0, they do lead. There's a pitch inside. Might have caught a piece of it, tipping it into the catcher's mitt. Cortez hangs on. 2 gone. And the batter is Destiny Levine, second base for Xavier University, hitting a .196. Long look in from Hope. Here she comes with the first pitch. And it misses high and outside for ball 1. Levine 9 for 46 on the season. Couple of doubles amongst her 9 hits. And she fouls that one straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Slugging percentage of .239. Has struck out 11 times, walked only once. Just about got hit by that pitch. Wasn't moving out of the way, and it missed her. 2-1 the count. 11 strikeouts and 46 at-bats. pretty high ratio, and she ranks third on the team in strikeouts. And the 2-1 is fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Here's the 2-2 from Hope, trying to get out of the inning. Pitch high and misses. Full count, 3-2 now. Xavier leads 2-0. 2-run double by Armaya Williams, who's standing at second base. Brought in runners from first and second. With 1 out to jump out to an early lead. That ball hit in the air to left field. Carter ranging over towards center, and she'll make the catch to end the inning.
Leading off for the Jaguars, up on baseman, number 54.
Claire Blinka going to lead things off for the Jaguars here in the bottom of the first inning. Jags trailing 2-0. Michaela Mandina, the DP and the pitcher. 0-2 record, 15 ERA, missing well outside. Taking the blame for that one for missing her spot to the catcher Sequoia Lewis, and it's 1-0. Blinka, a couple of hits in this game, and she will move into the top spot for the career leader in multi-hit games for the Jaguars. Currently tied with Ashley Weingart. Weingart had 53 in her career. Blinka has 53 currently. Fouling that pitch off, 1 ball, 1 strike. Claire leading the team with a .424 batting average. 53 hits and 125 at-bats. Most at-bats on the team as well. And the 1-1 missing outside, 2-1. 9 doubles, 3 triples, 8 home runs. All of those numbers atop the season leaders for the Jags, and running away with the team lead in RBIs as well. And there's a base hit. Lacing that one into left field is Blinka. So setting the table for a multi-hit game to break the record with a leadoff single here in the first. Alyssa Carter, the batter, the left fielder, made in the final out of that first inning. Sophomore out of Sugar Land's done a nice job, hitting .395 on the season. She's got an opportunity to move Blinka into scoring position. Pushes a bunt. Tried to push a bunt, missing it. Strike 1. One of the ones that'll be required to pick up the slack on the base pass for the Jags with Kenzie Chambers out. Tries to go down the line to first base the other way, and fouling it just foul is Carter. 0-2. She's behind in the count. Gets on base about 43% of the time. .395 batting average. And has walked 5 times. Does not strike out much. Tries to put the ball in play. There's a ball hit to center field. That one carrying, but the center fielder, Madison Winston, ranging back to make the catch, 1 out. Shortstop Allison Snedeker to the plate. Snedeker hitting .297. Does have 3 home runs, second on the team in that department. And the wind blowing out the left should help. Right-handed hitting shortstop. Pitch high and outside to start off. Snedeker, 1 ball. Allison with 9 doubles as well. That's second on the team behind Jasmine Canales. Tied with Blink in that department. And the outside pitch missing, ball 2. Or ball 1, I should say. Snedeker thought about that one, but it dropped out of the strike zone. 2 balls and a strike. That's what I thought. I think the scoreboard had it wrong. That's a 4-pitch walk issued to Snedeker. Runners at first and second with 1 out here for the Jags. Exact same situation Xavier had in the first inning, and they cashed in. Deandra Maldonado, the DP, playing up to the bat now. Home run and 17 RBIs for Maldonado. And the first pitch from Mandina missing outside. Scoreless, the catcher, calling time, wants to have a chat with her pitcher, who's thrown 5 straight balls now. Maldonado batting .244, 3 doubles, a home run, 17 RBIs. Lewis sets back up behind home plate. Here is the 1-0. Fastball high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Breeze starting to pick up a little bit. It was breezy. Now I would say it's windy. Continuing to blow out towards left, almost straight out left field. And the 2-0 high, ball 3. That's 7 straight balls now from Mandina. And a ball away from walking the bases loaded here with 1 out in the bottom of the first inning. Xavier does have a 2-0 lead. RBI 2-run double. And taking all the ways Maldonado and finally getting a strike in to break that run of 7 straight balls is Mandina. 3-1 the count. Late swing by Maldonado and fouling it off to the right side for strike 2. So the count now full. Runners at first and second. Blinken with a leadoff single. Moved to second on a 1-out walk by Allison Snedeker. Maldonado, the 4th batter now with the count full, 3-2. Here's the pitch. And she hits that one the other way. That one's going to drop for extra bases. Getting over there quickly, though, is the center fielder, Madison Winston. Her throw in is offline, and that allows 2 runs to come in. Blinka had to be careful, making sure that Winston wasn't going to catch that ball. And then the bad throw allows Snedeker to score and allows Maldonado to get to second. Tied up with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Daisy Fuentes, the batter. And the first pitch looked high and outside, but it's a called strike. Crowd reacting to that. Pitch comes up and in, and Fuentes fouls it off. 0-2. She's quickly behind. Here's the 1-2. Grounding it to second is Fuentes. Levine makes the play. That advances the runner to third. So Maldonado gets closer to home. Fuentes grounds out for the second out of the inning. Sarah Cortez, the catcher, to the plate. And the first pitch to Cortez, missing outside. 2 runs on 2 hits for the Jags here in the bottom of the first inning to even the score at 2. Gold Nuggets scored 2 on 3 hits. Pitch right on the outside corner for a called strike. And it looks like they did charge center fielder Winston with a throwing error that allowed Snedeker to score the tying run in the bottom of the first with 2 outs here. And the 1-1 missing low and outside. 2 balls and a strike to Cortez. Cortez hitting .200. 8 for 40. No extra base hits. And 4 RBIs on the season. And the 2-1, patient, good eye. That one just missed. 3 balls and a strike to count. Trying to break the tie with a hit here. And that one right over the plate. Cortez fouls it off. Count remains full, 3-2. So base hit would score Maldonado, keep the inning alive for Sienna Miller, the right fielder who's on deck. Three-two, chopper to the third base. She'll make the grab above her head and throw across to end the inning. So the Jags get 2 and tie it up. We head to the second, all squared away.
We'd like to thank and recognize the following sponsors of UHV Athletics: Crossroads Bank, Mary Virginia Jacobs, Kenny French, Edward Jones, Ben and Diana Galvin, First State Bank, the friendliest bank anywhere, the Club at Colony Creek, Well, Playoffs, Black Cloud, Houblade and Carter Show, and WNN Settlement Services. Thank you. Leading off the catcher, number 18, Sequoia Lewis.
Catcher Sequoia Lewis leading off at the top of the second innings, tied at 2 for Xavier University. First pitch from Hope Quinones, missing inside, ball 1. Two balls, no strikes. Hope missed this outside this time. Just missing. 3-0. 3-0 in there for a called strike. 3-1 the count. Nice pitch in the outside corner. Taken all the way was Lewis, and it's 3-2. And the 3-2 gets her swinging strikeout for Quinones, her second of the game. First out of the inning. And Aaliyah Brown, the third baseman, comes up. Brown hitting a $111, 3 for 27. One of her hits a home run. And Hope misses high, ball one. Well, pitch fouled back. Xavier coming in on a 2-game winning streak. Swept Houston Tillotson yesterday, 19-5 and 9-3. Those 19 runs a program best. The ball hit in the air. Carter ranging over into left center. Wind pushing that one. She had a long way to go to get that one and makes the catch. Showing off her athleticism to make that grab. 2 gone. She's been busy out there. Had one hit in the gap she had to track down. Made the last out of the first inning on a long run, and now has a long run to get that one in the alley in left center field. That Wind really starting to make those balls carry. And Kiera Evans, the number 9 hitter and right fielder, to the plate with 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch swinging, lifts that one into shallow left center field, and that one will drop in for a base hit. Back to the top of the order, Aaron Dale, who led things off with a single to left and scored the game's first run. We're tied at 2, top of the second. Hope got the first 2 batters, a strikeout and a flyout, and then a weak single. And she just misses for ball 1 to Dale. Dale puts the ball in play, doesn't strike out much, doesn't walk much. Right on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dale didn't like that call. Not sure I blame her on her judgment of where that pitch was. Benefited us, though. There's a swing and a ground ball to the shortstop, Snedeker, who will flip to Fuentes at second, who's covering, and that'll end the inning. Xavier leaves the runner stranded. And we'll go to the bottom of the second. Still tied at 2.
Kansas, a new way to support your hometown team. Become an inaugural member of the Jaguars 2008 Club and help us in our mission to win national championship. For as little as $20.08, you can help provide the best experiences both on and off the field for our student athletes. Visit UHV Jaguars.com today to become a member.
Xavier ranked 6th in the conference standings right now with a 10-14 record. UHV 13-9 and sitting in the number 4 spot. So this series could have some postseason seeding implications. Right fielder Sienna Miller to the plate. Her first at bat here in the bottom of the second. Tied up at 2. First pitch for Mandina right on the outside part of the plate for a called strike. Canales and Bolin due up as well. 7, 8, 9 batters in the lineup for UHV due up. Miller, a comebacker off the glove of the pitcher, Mandina. Tough one trying to reach across her body. It's an infield single for Miller. And the batter's Jasmine Canales, playing third base, has done a lot of catching actually, but hitting 270 as she comes to the plate. Joe's bunt pulls back, but it's in there for a strike. Canales 19 hits. Check that, 30 hits, 10 doubles, 2 triples, a home run, 22 RBIs. Been very productive. Tries to drop a bunt, missing, and it's strike 2. And the 0-2 try to get her to chase a pitch well outside, and Jasmine says not going to do it. Ball and 2 strikes now. Sienna Miller, infield single, lead things off. She's still at first base. Bottom of the second inning, tied at 2. That infield single, the third hit of the game for the Jags. And the 1-0 drops low. Catcher Lewis couldn't quite handle it, but didn't get far enough away for Miller to head to. No, I think there's a runner at first now. I can't see the number. There's the ball hit back up the middle, drawn in shortstop and past the diving shortstop. And Miller will get to second base. Base hit for Canales. JC Bolin batter. Good afternoon yesterday. Got her average up to 243. Martinez will run at first for Canales. Couple of doubles on the year for Bolin, her first career triple. And 3 RBIs on the season. Opportunity here to bring in a few more runs, couple more anyway. Runner at scoring position at second base is Miller. And she shows bunt. The pitch just missed outside, ball 1. One 0 just missed outside. That was close. 2-0. Fortunate call for the Jags, but I'm not sure this umpire knows where his strike zone is right now. There's the 2-0. Bolin shows bunt, fouls it off. 2 balls and a strike to count. Two on, nobody out. Miller with an infield single. Canales followed with a base hit. Martinez running at first for Canales. Here's the pitch. That one hit into the air. Center fielder coming over. Winston makes the catch. And not deep enough to advance a runner. So 1 gone, runner still at first and second as Bolin flies to the center fielder, Winston, for the first out of the inning. And now Claire Blinka to the plate. Claire 1 for 1, base hit and a single. If she has a hit here, she will become the career multi-hit games leader for UHV. Well, she looks at the first pitch for a called strike. Blink led off the game for the Jags with a base hit and then scored on Deandra Maldonado's single to right. Off-speed pitch on the 0-1, and it dropped into the dirt in front of home plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Blinka gives that one a ride to center field. Winston had to turn around. That one's over her head. There's a base hit. There it is. Career multi-hit game leader. And making sure they didn't catch it were the base runners. Miller scores. Martinez holds up at third. Jags take a 3-2 lead, and runners in scoring position at second and third with 1 out. 54th multi-hit game in Blinka's career to take the career lead away from Ashley Weingart. Chopper up the middle off the glove of the pitcher. Nice cover by the shortstop, Williams. And they get the runner just in time at first base for the first out, but another run comes in. Martinez scoring. Pretty good play to get the Speedy Carter at first, and now Allison Snedeker comes up. Walked and scored in the first inning. Jags now on top 4-2. We're in the bottom of the second. Two 0 the count on Snedeker. And she'll foul that one down, chopping down the third base line. 2-1 the count. Train rolling by on the south side here. I don't know why. Maybe it'd take me back to some of my minor league baseball days when I used to do play-by-play, and there were always trains blowing at some of the ballparks. Ogden, Utah was one where the train tracks ran right behind the outfield fence. 3-1 the count. And the pitch is high. Second walk issued to Snedeker. Runners at first and third now. And Deandra Maldonado, who had a base hit and an RBI in the first inning, brought in 2 runs as there was a throwing error that allowed Snedeker to score, and she's now at first after the walk. Maldonado taking the first pitch. It's in there for a strike. Snedeker bluff going. Two outs, runners on the corners for UHV. Now leading by 2. They've scored 2 in each of the first 2 innings here. Chopping a foul, Maldonado. As the pitcher Mandina gets ahead in the count 0-2. And the 0-2 missed inside. Good opportunity to run, and Snedeker takes off and steals second. Good pitch inside of the right-handed, hitting Maldonado and an off-speed pitch. It took forever to get to home plate, so Snedeker stole second. Now 7 for 7 in stolen bases, Allison. And the 1-2 missing. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Maldonado. Ooh, and that pitch caught her in the back, turned her. Tried to turn out of the way of it, caught her in the ribs. Maldonado gets on, hit by pitch. That'll load the bases. For Daisy Fuentes, who grounded out in the first inning. Girls use softball going on behind the outfield fence at the Victoria Youth Sports Complex. Looks like all 4 fields in use over there. And then there's over in the community center grounds, a little further in down the horizon, there's a circus tent. So the circus in town. First pitch to Fuentes, a called strike. Jags now with 5 hits and 4 runs, lead it 4-2 here in the bottom of the second inning. 2 gone, bases loaded, opportunity to either keep Xavier hanging around or blow this one open for Fuentes. And she chops that one foul. 0-2 the count. Lifting that one in the air to right field. Coming over to make the catch is Evans, and then retires the side. The Jags get a couple more and lead it 4-2 as we go to the third. Jags sent 8 to the plate in the bottom of the second, so a bit of a lengthy break for Jaguar starting pitcher Hope Quinones. She'll face the 2-3-4 batters here in the top of the third inning with a 4-2 lead. She's given up 4 hits and a couple of runs. Jags have scored 4 on 5 and 1 error that led to a run as well. Throwing error by their center fielder for Xavier. Let Snedeker score the game's second run for UHV. Dropping a bunt. Fielded by Quinones. Quick throw over and just getting Winston. Good job to cover at second base by Fuentes. Went out, bases empty for Maya Covington, the left fielder. Bunt single and scored the second run of the game for the Gold Nuggets. Men's team are the Gold Rush. First pitch from Hope. Tamaya in there for a strike. Try to drop a bunt. That one goes inside, 1-1. One in there for a strike. 1-2 the count. And the 1-2 high. There's a ground ball. Roller to Snedeker short. She makes the throw in time to get Covington. 2 gone. Earlier this spring, Xavier announced, or this semester, right before the semester started actually, Xavier announcing that they were going to launch men's and women's rowing at the varsity sport level for the next school year, becoming the first HBCU school in the country to offer rowing. Canyonia starts off Amaya Williams with a strike. Here's the 0-1. It's in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. They've had a rowing club there for a few years. One. That one gets out of play. Foul ball. First base side. Yeah, the 1-2 pitch missing outside. 2-2. Xavier, the only Catholic HBCU in the country. There's a chopper. Nice job on the short hop by Snedeker. And Xavier goes in order here in the third. Nice efficient inning for Hope. Lost the camera there for a second. Not sure what happened. Computer kind of went blank, but I don't think I lost the stream. So hopefully you're still there. Jags set the Gold Rush in Nuggets in order in the third, so it'll be Cortez leading off, and first pitch is a ball. Cortez, Miller, Canales due up. Jags on top 4-2. Sarah hits that one to center field. Winston makes the catch, standing right there for waiting for it. 1 gone. One out, base is empty. Right fielder Sienna Miller, who singled and scored back in the second inning, the third and go-ahead run for UHV. Going the other way with that one, and it'll drop in front of a shallow playing Maya Covington in left, so a base hit for Miller. Xavier tried to one-up the Jags on the defense there, but Miller able to get the ball in front of the drawn-in left fielder. Was almost playing on the edge of the dirt. One on, one out. Jasmine Canales, the batter. Canales with a single and a run scored. First pitch in there for a strike. Cortez started things off with a fly ball to center field that was caught by Winston, one gone, and then Sienna Miller with that base hit the other way. And missing outside is Mandina. 1 ball, 1 strike to Canales. One, that pitch low, but hit on the ground to the first base or to the third base and not in time. Aaliyah Brown bobbled it, couldn't come up with it cleanly. Second error of the game for the Gold Nuggets, and that allows Canales to get on. And moves Miller to second. RBI opportunity for J.C. Bolin. Center fielder flew out to center field for the first out of the second inning. She's 0 for 1. Pitch is in the dirt, bounces away from the catcher. And the wild pitch will advance the runners. So 2 runners scoring position now. Ball 1. Claire Blink at the top of the order on deck, swinging and fouling that one off as Bolin. Went after a low pitch there and just got a piece of it. That ball hit in the air to left. Nice catch coming in hard was Covington, and she makes the backhanded catch at about around the knees for the second out. So she was playing in on Miller, played back on Bolin, and had to come in hard to make the catch. And that'll bring up Claire Blinka, who has a multi-hit game. 2 hits, 2 at-bats so far for Claire, a single and a double. The double in the second brought in the go-ahead run, and she hits that one hard to left. That one could be off the fence. Looked like it had a chance for a minute there. 2-run double for Claire Blinka. 3 for 3 in the game. Scores Miller from third and Canales from second. And Alyssa Carter, the batter. 6-2, UHV now on top. They scored 2 in each of the first 3 innings. And we're not done yet. Blinka at second. Carter looks at strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch missed inside. That'll even things up. Carter 0 for 2 so far. Fly ball out and a ground ball out. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one in the dirt. 2-1. And the 2-1 is outside, ball 3. Carter doesn't walk much, just 5 walks on the year. Likes to put the ball into play. Doesn't strike out much either. Not saying she's not patient. She just likes, she'd rather get the ball on the ground and use her speed. There's a chopper past the second base, Levine. And the throw home, they thought Blinka might have been coming. And Carter will go to second on the throw. Heads up base running by Alyssa Carter. Puts runners at second and third for Allison Snedeker. Allison amongst the league team leaders with RBIs. Opportunity here to add 2 to that total. First pitch in there for a called strike. Going the other way on the ground, second base, Levine gets to it and makes the throw. Nice play to end the inning. Jags score a couple, 2 in each of the first 3, and lead it 6-2. Michaela Mandita, the pitcher, leading off here in the top of the 4th inning. Xavier trails 6-2. They scored 2 in the top of the first to take an early lead, but the Jags have answered back in each of the last 3 innings with 2 runs apiece to triple up the Gold Nuggets. And the first pitch from pitcher to pitcher, missing inside, ball 1. Two 2-0 the count on Mandina. Struck out in the first inning. She's 0 for 1 today. 2-0 swung on, fouled back. That moves the count to 2-1. Two one just missed inside. 3-1. Three-one pitch, swinging and missing. Is Mendina. Probably a ball 4 if she doesn't swing at that one. Full count pitch, fouled back. Count remains the same. Mandina, leadoff batter of the inning. Swinging and missing. Strikeout for the first out of the inning. Third strikeout of the game for Hope Quinones. Second time she's got Mandina to go down on strikes. Second baseman Destiny Levine, the batter now, with bases empty and one out. She'll try to get something going, swinging on the first pitch and fouling it back and off the screen towards third base for strike one. Levine flied to left in the first inning. Second time around through the order for the bottom of the lineup for Xavier University. Trailing 6-2 here in the top of the fourth inning. Oh, great pitch. That one started high, dropped in. Nice pitch. And Levine thought it was going to be ball. Instead, it's strike two. Quinones tried to sneak a fastball inside. Turning on it, fouling it off is Levine. Count will remain no balls, two strikes. Top of the lineup got to Hope in the first inning, but she's done a good job since then of gotten everything down. Two balls, two strikes. Swinging and missing. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the fourth for Hope Quinones. 4 in the game. Takes her season total to 49. Not known as a power pitcher, but she's doing a good job keeping the Gold Nuggets off balance here. Back-to-back strikeouts, 2 outs. Sequoia Lewis, the batter, with the bases empty. And the first pitch is outside for ball one. Something off that one, got Lewis way ahead of it, and the catcher's now even in the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lewis struck out swinging in the second. And the 1-1 is high for ball two. See if Hope can't strike out the side here and get out of this inning without any runs scored, and it'll be her second consecutive inning of shutting them down in order. We'll see if she can't make it happen, and she gets the second strike there as Lewis swings and misses. Swinging and missing to strike out the side. Hope Quinones does just that. She's retired 7 in a row. Jags lead at 6-2. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Jada Martin now pitching for Xavier University.
Leading off, the designated player, number 25, being from Maldonado.
So Mandina's day is done. She goes 3 innings, leaves the game trailing 6-2. 6 of those runs, or 5 of those runs earned. Gave up 8 hits, walked 1, hit a batter, did not strike out a batter. And Jada Martin making her 6th appearance, 0-1 record, 6.75 ERA. She does have 1 start on the year. She's worked just 9 1/3 innings. And the first pitch from Martin to Deandra Maldonado, missing, ball 1. And the right-hander misses outside to Maldonado, 2 balls. Three and 0 the count. Maldonado was hit by a pitcher last time up. Trying to get on base for the 3rd time this game. Had an RBI single in the first. And the pitch missed low, ball 4. 4 straight pitches, 4 balls. Jags lead at 6-2 here in the 4th. Opportunity for Fuentes to keep the momentum going here. She's 0 for 2, trying to get on the right side of the score sheet here. She's just one of 2 batters for the Jags that have not reached base today. Fifth pitch from Martin in relief, and it's a ball. It's 5 straight balls now. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Called strike. That'll even the count at 1-1. Her first strike in on 6 pitches. So struggling to find the strike zone early in relief is Jada Martin. And the 1-1 misses. 2-1 the count. 7 walks and just 3 strikeouts in 9 1/3 coming in for Martin. And with that walk to lead off Maldonado, that's 8 walks on the year. Almost a walk an inning. And the count moves to 3-1 as she missed high and outside. Three-one pitch. Fuentes thought it was ball 4. Must have just caught the strike zone at the knees. Count now full, 3-2. Maldonado gets on base with a 4-pitch walk to start the inning, and here we are with nobody out, 1 on, and the count full on Fuentes. Here's the pitch, and she'll hit that one in the air to left field. Covington got a late break on it, and it'll go over her head. That'll be extra bases, a double, and the runner will be held at 3rd, so Maldonado gets to 3rd. Fuentes with a double. Nice piece of hitting. DJ Zamora will pinch it for Sarah Cortez. Cortez was 0 for 2 in the game, and the only starter now that does not have or has not reached base. In fact, the only starter without a hit. So Vijay Zamora will come in pinch hit. Zamora hitting .225. A couple of triples, a home run, and 8 RBIs. Ooh, nice job on a comebacker to the pitcher. And she'll get Zamora at first, but that'll score a run. 7-2.
All right, Taylor, number 23, Sienna Miller.
Maldonado scores. Fuentes goes to third. Nice play by Martin to get the out. Right fielder Sienna Miller, the batter, and that pitch called strike and one that looked well outside. Miller fouling the 0-1 off, 0-2. She's 2 for 2 today, a couple of base hits, scored 2 runs. And the 0-2 missed outside. Moves the count to a ball and 2 strikes. One out, one on. Runner at third is Fuentes. Miller thought about it, held off. Ball 2. Two pitch missed up and in, 3-2. Martin not happy. That pitch wasn't even close, so she's unhappy with herself, not the umpire for sure. Jags have scored in every inning so far, 2 in each of the first 3, and 1 more here, and there's a walk issued to Miller.
The third baseman, number 18, Jasmine Canales.
Runners in the corners for Jasmine Canales. Canales has reached base twice, a base hit, and reached on an error. She's also scored a couple of runs. Jags on top, 7-2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1 run already in. Pitch missed outside. Miller goes down to second, stolen base, but no throw. Jags up by 5, 7-2, 7 runs on 8 hits for UHV. 2 runs, 4 hits, couple of errors. There's a bunt squeeze play. They're going to go to first with it. Canales does the job. First pitch swinging, bowling on the ground to the third. And Brown will make the throw. And that'll do it for the inning. But the Jags score 2 again, 4 times now. Each of the first 4 innings. 2 runs have come across for UHV. They lead it 8-2. We will go to the 5th. 8-9-1 batters due up for Xavier University. Jordan Jones coming into play right field. And Hope Quinones will face Aaliyah Brown for the second time. Brown 0 for 1. Kiera Evans and Aaron Dale due up. Here in the top of the fifth inning, Jags on top 8-2. First pitch from Quinones just missed outside, ball 1. Hope missed high with the second pitch, 2 balls now. And the 2-0 missing well outside, 3-0. I don't think Hope's had a 3-ball count or a 3-0 count on anybody yet this afternoon. Has not walked the batter, just struck out the side last inning. And she just missed inside. Leadoff walk issued to Brown here in the fifth. And Hope starts off Kiera Evans with a strike. Evans one of 4 hits for Xavier here today. She's 1 for 1. Showed bunt. Blinken Canales come charging in, but she pulled back the bat, and it's ball 1. One attempt fouled off by Evans, 1-2 the count now. Trying to move Brown from first to second, get her into scoring position after the leadoff walk was issued by Quinones. Trying to set the table for the top of the order as Aaron Dale is due up, the leadoff batter in the lineup. And the 1-2, trying to get that little drop ball to fall into the strike zone, and it stayed high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. She's thrown that pitch for strikes 2 other times today, so you don't throw it often, but enough. But she missed there. Here's the 2-2. Well outside. Count now full. Three-two pitch in the air, left side of the infield. Canales at third, calls everybody off and makes the catch. 1 out, 1 on for first baseman Aaron Dale. Dale's 1 for 2. Fielder's choice ended the second inning. Singled to lead off the game and then scored the first run of the game as Xavier took an early 2-0 lead, which was quickly erased in the bottom of the first by the Jags. There's the 1-0. That one hit in the air, left side. That one foul. Looked like it might have been trouble at first, but it gets just foul by about 4 feet. 1 ball, 1 strike. So we were tied at 2 after 1, and then the Jags have put 2 runs across in each of the second, third, and fourth innings and lead at 8-2 here. in the top of the 5th. Xavier may have used all their runs in that 2-game sweep of Houston Tillotson yesterday, scoring 28 total runs in that series. 19 in one game, 9 in the other. 2-1 from Quinones. Swung on. That one off the end of the bat and inside the line at third. That'll be a base hit. Coming around third late was Brown, but the throw got through the legs of Canales, and she's able to get there. Runners at second and third now for Madison Winston, the center fielder, with 1 out. First pitch to Winston missed high. Cameron Cowan going to go out and have a chat with her pitcher. Hope struggling a little bit here. Walked the first batter. Got Evans to fly out to third. And a base hit to Dale, but now a 1-0 count to Winston. And talking a little strategy, but doesn't look terrible on the score sheet. But when you look at the fact that coming into this inning, Hope had retired the last 7 batters, including 3 in a row by strikeout in the 4th. First signs of any trouble for Hope Quinones today. Wonder if maybe the heat's playing a little bit of a factor. It is hot here today. One-oh pitch, called strike, 85 degrees right now. And the 1-1, a strike, 1-2 the count on Winston. Gold Nugget center fielder's 0 for 2. Long look in by Hope. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And she missed high and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two count, pitch fouled off. Runners at second and third. Winston trying to close a 6-run gap here in the top of the 5th inning. Wow, pitch well outside, just getting the end of the bat on it to stay alive. And the 2-2 outside. Full count now. And the pitch is outside. Walks, the bases loaded as Hope Quinones. Maya Covington, left fielder, to the plate. Bunt single in the first, scored the 2nd run for the Gold Nuggets. Then grounded to the shortstop Snedeker in the 3rd, so 1 for 2. Opportunity here for some RBIs with 1 out. Trying to go the other way with it and fouling it off is Covington for strike 1. 5 strikeouts in the game for Hope, 2 walks. Both those walks issued this inning, and she missed outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Doesn't seem to be attacking the batters as much like she did the first 4 innings, trying to maybe get them to chase some pitches here. There, that one goes the other way. Base hit, scores a run, and the bases are still loaded, coming in with an RBI single.
Shortstop, number 4, Maya Williams.
8-3 ball game, and Amaya Williams, the shortstop, the batter. First pitch for a strike. That time came right at her. Here's the 0-1. That one hit on the ground past a diving shortstop. That'll score 1. Here comes the throw home. It's not on the mark. And 2 runs come in. 8-5 now. 2 more RBIs from Williams. She's got 4 on the game. Designated player Michaela Mandina to the plate. Hope has struck her out twice. See if she can't do it again here. She's given up 3 runs and just 1 out here in the 5th as Xavier tries to claw their way back into this one. First pitch swinging. There's a base hit into left. Strong throw in from Carter. Keeps the runner at third base, but the base is loaded once again. And we're going to see a pitching change. Hope had it going good through 4 innings. This 5th inning has given her some trouble. Four hits, a couple of walks, and 3 runs in, and that brings in Alexi Wade, the new pitcher. Four and a third for Hope. 8 hits. So far, 5 runs given up by Hope, all earned, but the base is still loaded with 1 out. So these runs are all hers. Alexi Wade in relief, making her 10th appearance. 10 innings in relief for Wade. Does not have a decision, left-hander. First pitch on the ground. There's a play by Snedeker home, and they get the second out of the inning.
Number 22, Amaria Malvo.
Amaria Malvo pinch hitting. For Sequoia Lewis. Malvo hitting .245. And the first pitch from Wade in there for a strike. Took a little bit off that one. Malvo 13 for 53. A double and a triple, 6 RBIs. There's a one hopper to the shortstop Snedeker, and a nice job by Alexi Wade to come in relief and get the final 2 outs of the inning. Xavier scores 3, send 9 to the plate. 8-5 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Top of the order due up for UHV, Blinka, Carter, and Snedeker.
Number 22, Maria Malvo. Waiting on for the Jaguars, the first baseman, number 24, Blair Boyka. Steve, girl.
Claire Blinka leading things off here in the 5th inning for UHV. Blinka's 3 for 3. 3 RBIs. Swings on that pitch, popped up into center field. Winston makes the catch. 1 gone. Alyssa Carter, the batter, singled her last time up. Shows bunt, pitch missing outside, pulls back, ball 1. Allison Snedeker on deck, had a couple of nice plays to defensively to end the 3-run rally last inning. And the 1-0 missed inside, 2-0 the count. Ball hit on the ground. Try to get it past the Brown at third, who was playing in. It got past her, but it goes foul. Jags on top 8-5. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Carter, chopper to third, reaching up. Is Brown, and she'll make the throw to get Carter by about a step at first base. The ball bounces about 3 inches higher, and that's probably either off the end of the glove or cleanly into left field for Carter, but Brown being a little bit taller at third makes the play. Allison Snedeker, the batter. 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. She also has a stolen base, and she looks at ball 1. And the 1-0 pitch missed inside, 2-0. Deandra Maldonado on deck. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Low and away, ball 3. And the 3-0 in there for a called strike on the inside corner, 3-1. So Snedeker, a ball away from her second walk of the game. She'll put this one on the ground with Brown at third. A couple of hops makes the throw, and that'll end the inning. So Jags go in order here in the fifth. And we go to the sixth. Brown, Evans, and Dale due up for Xavier University. Leah Brown will lead off here in the top of the sixth. Couple of nice plays for the second and third outs of the inning defensively in the bottom of the fifth, and she'll get things going for Xavier here in the top of the sixth, who scored 3 last inning to close the gap. It was a 6-run lead for UHV, 8-2. It's now 8-5 here in the sixth. That pitch from Wade, who came in relief and got the final 2 outs of the inning of Hope Quinones, missed high. It looked pretty good. 1 ball, no strikes. Swinging and missing. Took something off that one. Evens up the count at a ball and a strike. Brown 0 for 1. Flied to left her first time up. Then she walked and scored a run. The first run of the inning in the fifth. One of 3 that the Gold Nuggets plated as they sent 9 batters to the plate last inning. So she led off the fifth with a walk, and she's leading off this inning here and ahead in the count 2-1. Swinging off the end of the bat, fouling it back off the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kind of a sneaky crowd has come into this ball game. It didn't look that full a few innings ago, and they just slowly materialized out of nowhere. Pitch off the end of the bat in the air. Fuentes makes the catch, 1 gone at second base. Little soft liner to second. Went out, nobody on for Kiera Evans. 3 straight batters retired by Alexi Wade since coming in. With 1 out in the fifth and an off-speed pitch swung on and missed by the Gold Nugget right fielder. Strike 1. 5 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for the Gold Nuggets. 8 runs, 8 hits, no errors for UHV. Top of the sixth, 8-5 Jags on top. The 1-1 in there for a called strike. Evans thought about it, held off 1-2. She's also 1 for 2 at the plate today. And the 1-2 pitch, that one hit into left field. Carter plays it on a hop and gets it in quickly. 1 out single for Evans. Her 2 base hits have been hit to left field. Back to the top of the lineup for the Gold Nuggets, and Aaron Dale, the batter. Dale's 2 for 3. First pitch swinging right back to Wade. She'll turn to second to get 1. And they get the double play. Nice 1-6-3 double play to get out of the inning. Comebacker. Wade fielded it cleanly, turned, actually had to wait for the shortstop Snedeker to get to second, made the throw, and then Snedeker quickly relayed it to first. A nice 1-6-3 double play to end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the sixth. Jags on top, 8-5. Jordan Jones, the right fielder. Came in last inning to play right. First at bat for her. That was the first pitch off for strike one. 296 batting average. 3 doubles, a triple, no homers, 13 RBIs, slugging percentage of .366. Pulls that one to first. Aaron Dale grabs it on a hop and then beats Jones to the bag for the first out of the inning. One out, nobody on. Daisy Fuentes, second baseman, comes up. Doubled her last time up, scored a run. And she looks at ball one to get things going here with one out in the bottom of the sixth inning. Jags on top, 8-5. And the 1-0 missed high, 2-0. Fuentes 1 for 3 this afternoon. Second game will follow about half an hour after the completion of this one. Fuentes quickly ahead in the count, 3-0. Taking all the way, and the count goes to 3-1 as the strike was called. Ground ball to the shortstop Williams, and she makes the throw to Dale for the second out of the inning.
The catcher, number 6, Sarah Cortez.
Sarah Cortez was pinch hit for last time by Vijay Zamora. Fielder's choice RBI for Zamora, but Cortez comes in 0 for 2. And the first pitch missing inside. Cortez and J.C. Bolin, the only batters that have not reached base for UHV today. One ball pitch missed high, 2 balls, no strikes. And the 2-0 pitch missed low. 3-0 the count. Cortez trying to get something going with 2 outs here. The base is empty in the sixth. Jags on top with a 3-run lead, 8-5, and a 4-pitch walk issued by Martin.
The designated player, number 23, Sienna Miller.
Sienna Miller, the DP, started the game in right field, now batting. 2 for 3, walked her last time up, and she looks at ball one here. As the pitch from Martin was high, and now timeout is called. Xavier coach Kaylee Anderson going to go out and have a chat with her pitcher. Battle between the 4th and 6th place teams in the Red River Athletic Conference. Jags won a pair of games from LCU yesterday, 3-0, 3-2. Xavier crushed Houston Tillotson 19-5 and 9-2. And the 1-0 pitch to Miller, missing outside. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Each team with 9 hits. A couple of errors have led to a couple of runs for UHV. And that's partially why the Jags are on top 8-5. The 2-0 missed outside, 3-0 the count. So Martin got the first 2 batters pretty quickly, then gave up a walk to Cortez. Now a 3-0 count on the next batter, Miller. And missing well outside. Whoa, called strike. I think he's just calling those to call him a strike. That thing didn't look close. Three-run pitch. This one's low. Ball 4. 2 outs, runners at first and second now for the Jags. And the batter's the third baseman, Jasmine Canales. Canales 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Single and reached on an error, pulls the first pitch foul, third baseline. Sacked bunter last time up. On the squeeze, they got Fuentes to score. Call to put the squeeze play on. A big one. That was the 8th run of the game. There's a base hit. Runner held at third is Cortez, so the bases are now loaded. 2-out rally here for UHV. Back-to-back walks and a base hit. Given up by Jada Martin after she got the first 2 batters pretty quickly to go out. And now it's J.C. Bolin looking for her first hit of the game. Opportunity to give her pitchers and teammates a little bit of a cushion here. And the first pitch is outside, ball 1. Bolin's 0 for 3 today. Swinging, tapping it foul, third base side to even up the count at a ball and a strike. That's single by Canales, the 10th hit of the game for UHV, and the one pitch is in there for a called strike. Came right at Bolin, and Bolin was taking the pitch. There's the 1-2. Hits her in the leg, and that'll bring in a run. Bases loaded for Claire Blinka. Jags on top 9-5. And a pitching change For Xavier University, Essence Wallace. Making her 17th appearance. She's made 11 starts, record of 3-7.
Your attention, please, now, Mr. Xavier, number 9, Essence Wallace.
.53 2/3 innings of work, 14 strikeouts, 30 walks. Opponents hitting .296, but looks like she might be the hardest thrower of the three that we will see so far this game. But 30 walks and 14 strikeouts tells me she doesn't know always where it's going.
I see it, girl.
First pitch from Wallace to Blinka. Fastball in there for a strike. Claire 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs today. 2-run double in the third off the wall in left field. Goes right back up the middle, and Wallace, cat-like reflexes, makes the cash and the line drive at the knees. Nice play. Blinka hit that one hard. That was just a nice play by the pitcher. Ends the inning. Jags lead at 9-5. Leaving the bases loaded, scored their run with 2 outs. First 2 batters were retired, and then they got busy. Took advantage of a couple of walks, couple of singles, hit by pitch. 9 runs on 10 hits for UHV. 5 runs on 9 hits for Xavier. And we go to the top of the 7th. 2, 3, 4 batters due up. Lexi Wade on in relief. Set to work her second complete inning. Got 2 outs to end the 5th, and then got the side in order in the 6th. And she'll face Winston, Covington, and Williams here in the 7th, trying to close this one out. And if she does, she'll pick up her first save of the year.
Leading off the center fielder, 0-0,
Madison Winston, the center fielder, leading off. 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Has not hit the ball out of the infield. First time she faces Wade, and Wade starts her off with a strike. Called strike. Belt high. Try to get her to chase a pitch outside, and she does not. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Try to drop a bunt down to everybody's surprise, and it goes foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. She won't do that again. One-two pitch from the left-hander Wade, and just getting a piece of it is Winston to stay alive. Senior day here. We'll recognize the Jaguars seniors after completion of the second game of this doubleheader. Jags trying to close this one out, leading at 9-5. And the 1-2 pitch from Alexi Wade misses high, ball 2. Winston walked her last time up, scored one of 3 runs in that 3-run fifth to close the gap to 8-5. Jags added 1 in the 6th, lead it by 4, and the 2-2 pitch is outside for ball 3, so the count full to leadoff batter here in the 7th, Madison Winston. Swings on that pitch, roller to second. Fuentes makes the throw to first, 1 gone.
Left fielder number 1, Maya Covington.
One out, nobody on. Maya Covington, the left fielder, 2 for 3 today. Scored a run, was thrown out at home plate on a fielder's choice with the bases loaded in the 5th. Nice play by Allison Snedeker to come home with it and get her on the force out. The first pitch to Covington from Wade in there for a called strike. Oh, a sharply hit ball to Blinka at first. She hit her glove right where it needed to be. She'll grab it, step on the bag. 2 gone. Nice play by Blinka. She was ready. And Amaya Williams is the batter. She's driven in 4 of the Gold Nuggets' 5 runs today. RBI double in the 1st, RBI single in the 5th. 2-run single in the 5th. And sandwiched in between a ground ball out to Snedeker at short, who had a very busy 3rd inning making 2 outs. There's a ball hit right back to her, a little slow roller. She's got to wait on it and makes the throw to end the game. 9-5, the final score, game 1 of this doubleheader. Jags extend their winning streak to 3. And we'll see you back here around 3:30, folks, for the second game of this doubleheader against Xavier University. 9-5, final score, game 1. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you back here around 3:30 for game number 2.